Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we're taking a look at a Black Series figure, which is something I know I've been taking a look at in quite a while. If I'm correct, I'm just saying this off the top of my head, I think the last Black Series figures I've looked at was the Walmart exclusive Ahsoka and Ahsoka Trooper. So yeah, it's been a hot minute. But anyway, here we have the Star Wars The Bad Batch Hunter. I picked this guy up today, which today is fairly significant for Star Wars fans, as it is May the 4th, 2021, so this was the airing of the first episode of The Bad Batch, so kind of ironic. First episode of The Bad Batch was the day I finally decided to pick up this guy, but I'm not sure if it's where I'm at or what, but finding the Star Wars The Black Series and Vintage Collection figures is a little tough where I'm at in Florida. Same can be said with Masters of the Universe, but I've kind of lucked out recently. I'm pretty sure my luck ran out when I found Castle Grayskull, but who knows? Back to this figure. Here you can clearly see it's the newest Black Series box with the very clear window with a defining color for the series that character comes from. Not much else, says the name down there, Hunter. I thought that said some kind of subtitle down there, but nope, it just says Hunter with some random serial number stuff. Then it's got the warning, how young you have, the minimum age you need to play with this stuff, showing that it's made by Hasbro. I don't know if I mentioned this but in any of the other videos, but the Star Wars logo is embossed on that. Next up, we've got a picture of the character with the glow of this character's show line. I'm all sorts of off today. Then it says the name at the bottom. Not much at the right or top or bottom. Here we've got the back with a zoomed in picture of the side picture. It says name and a brief little description, which I'm going to read right now. The Bad Batch, technically known as Clone Force 99, is the result of Kaminoan experiments to create a specialist unit of clone commandos. Hunter is their leader. He is strong and a stoic soldier with extraordinary keen senses that give him an edge when tracking down his targets. So yeah, that's everything about his packaging, so I'm going to pause the video, get everything out, then we'll go from there. See you all in a second. Alrighty, so here we've got the figure out of the packaging with everything that it comes with on display here. I figured I'd keep everything off, then take a look at it one at a time while putting it on. So I guess let's start off with his backpack. This is a, I guess, very Clone Wars stylized Clone Commando backpack. It doesn't do much, just a solid chunk of plastic, and there's this port here and the porthole on his back, and it just sticks in like that, and it's just a backpack to give him that Clone Commando backpack bulk. Next up, we've got his Vibroblade, which looks pretty good. Let me see if I can't show off the yellow paint on it, which is on both sides. It can be held in either hand, but based on how you store it, it's most reasonably just to be used in his right hand. But anyways, it stores in here, just like that. It does go in all the way, so you won't have any silver showing. Next up, we've got his helmet, which I'd say looks like Hunter's helmet. Very much a mix of clone and stormtrooper here. But because of Hunter's paint, it does make it look unique. And that'll just slide right on over his head. It fits nice and snug. Some people say that it fits too low. I think it fits on his head just fine. Oops. I will say the backpack does make him a little back heavy, as it isn't hollow, it's solid chunk. Next up, we've got his Clone Commando gun, which looks nice. A little small, I'd say, but that's probably more to do with the fact that it's Clone Wars style, which is a problem that I'll get into a little bit later with his armor. It's not a problem with the figure itself, but it is a problem that future figures might have if Hasbro reuses Hunter's body. Alright, then lastly, we've got a DC-17. I'm not sure if this is the same one that comes with Bly and Rex, but it is a DC-17. He doesn't have anywhere to store it, nor his other guns, so you can just have him hold it in the other hand, but since this one doesn't have a trigger finger, I kind of like having him hold it like he's about to pass it to someone or gonna pistol whip someone. So yeah, that's him all accessorized up. I guess I'll take his guns off for a second, show that he can indeed hold his vibro blade. You know, you can shift someone with it if he feels like. And one thing that I was curious about that I wasn't sure if he'd be able to do is hold his helmet, which thankfully if you get it in the right spot, thanks to its unique shape. Come on, I got him doing it earlier. Yep, there we go. You can have him holding his helmet if you don't want him wearing it, which with this guy and the rest of Clone Force 99, I wouldn't see a problem with you just having them displayed with them holding their helmets, as these guys look unique enough for clones that I wouldn't mind having him without his helmet. But anyways, that's all for his accessories. I'll keep everything else off for now, and I'll keep the backpack on because it doesn't really harm anything. To get into articulation, now starting at the head, it's, I guess, some kind of double dumbbell, as there's, I believe, a dumbbell down here and a dumbbell or ball joint up here, so he can look pretty far down, more far down than previous figures I've looked at. He can look pretty far up, which is most impressive. He does have quite a bit of tilt. I do like that, and he can go 360 all the way. His shoulder pads are soft rubber on their own little rings, so they can move independently, but be careful about that. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into arm articulation. His arms can move pretty much all the way up, but do be careful, guys. This is softer plastics or rubber, and he's got swivel there. He's got a single joint at the elbow, but it does go past 90, so that is good. It's also got a swivel here. Then he's got a side or up and down hinge here, which I am happy about because he does wield guns, and another swivel. And on his other hand, he's got the in and out, which his arms do appear to go the same way, even if they are slightly different, thanks to this one having the vibro blade holder. He's got a dumbbell waist, so he crunches down that far and arcs his back that far. He can kind of do the splits, but you've got to arrange it. Not perfect splits, but splits enough to satisfy me. He kicks that far forward unless you twist the thigh, then you can pretty much get him kicking 90 degrees, but he'll have a sideways, what's it called, knee armor, and he can kick a little bit back, not too much, but as I was showing off a little bit earlier for his legs, he does have a thigh swivel. He's got a single joint at the knee, and that gives you very slightly over 90, which isn't that big of a deal in my book. Another swivel here. Then he's got ankle rocker that moves that far forward, that far back, and has the hinge. And I will say that the ankle rockers on this guy kind of have weird detents. Now, anyway, I'm going to put his stuff back on, then give my final thoughts on him, then we'll be done with this video. So see you all in a second. Alright, so overall my final thoughts on this guy. I do like him, but there are a few problems that come with his body for potential reuses, which, seeing as his body is pretty much a Clone Commando body, it will probably see reuse, is that it's very animated style, not Clone Commando style. Let me go grab one of my 3/4 scale commandos to show you what I mean. Alright, so here's Hunter. He's got the nice lanky Clone Wars proportions. Then we've got the 3/4 scale Boss, which when comparing the two, Boss is very clearly much bulkier in his scale when compared to Hunter, which is kind of what I want to see for Clone Commandos, but seeing as he's got the Clone Commando armor, this is probably what we will see for future Clone Commando releases if Hasbro decides to make them, which, please Hasbro, make Clone Commandos. So many people want proper Clone Commando figures in the Black Series. But yeah, my only other gripe with this figure is the head underneath. I wish it would have a tad bit more likeness to Temuera Morrison, as I feel it's just kind of translating the face of the animation model into vaguely real life looking. Like, this could be the face of a real life person, but I don't know if I'd say he'd be connected to the clones, aside from the fact that he says he's a clone and that he's wearing some kind of clone armor. But yeah, I like this figure. He should be hitting Walmarts and Targets now, so if you want him, I'd say go ahead and pick him up. Anyways, see you all next time, and I am gonna work on that 50 subscribers special as long as I maintain 50 subscribers. So anyway, see you all next time, and peace.